All right, we're going to get started. We will start with our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that we are in Robinson Huron Treaty Territory. The land on which we are gathered is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and known as Bowatting. Bowatting is the home of the Garden First Nation, Batchewana First Nation, and the historic Sault Ste. Marie Métis Council. We honor and respect these Indigenous people as the ancestors and traditional stewards of the land upon which we stand today. May our relationships with the land teach us to live and work in good relationship with one another. Approval of the agenda, moved by Councillor Caputo, seconded by Councillor Christensen.
Aye.
Be it resolved that Council hereby accepts the agenda for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, and any addendums as presented.
Disclosure of pecuniary interest, none. Questions and information arising out of minutes not otherwise on the agenda, none. And staff reports. Antique Farm Shed Contents Report, moved by Councillor Christensen, seconded by Councillor Caputo. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
I would like to ask for a recorded vote on 5, 7, and 8.
Yep. So, any questions about the contents report at all? All right.
Be it resolved that Council hereby receives the report prepared by Rita Wagner regarding the ownership of the equipment and contents located within the antique farm equipment shed.
And clerk's report, August 2026, moved by Councillor Caputo, seconded by Councillor Chutenko. Any questions or comments about the clerk's report?
Was a great report there.
All in favor?
Aye.
Councillor Christensen, do you have sorry, were you in favor for the clerk's report?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Sorry, I just didn't hear you.
Be it resolved that Council hereby receives the clerk treasurer's report respecting the antique farm equipment shed.
And bylaws, bylaw 2026-33, Central Oklahoma Compliance Audit Joint Committee, moved by Councillor Caputo, seconded by Councillor Christensen. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Prior to that, can you tell me what a compliance audit joint committee is?
It is for the elections that are upcoming for the municipal elections 2026. We're taking a participating with the Central Oklahoma municipalities for that. They are appointing 3 people, and it is basically an audit committee if something needs to be addressed in the process of an election or something goes wrong.
Like a recount or something? Okay, thank you.
Did you?
Good.
Okay. 7, correspondence, Northwood,
Be it resolved that bylaw 2026-33 being a bylaw to appoint the Central Oklahoma Compliance Audit Joint Committee as the Compliance Audit Committee for the Township of Prince be given a first, second, and third reading and finally passed this 4th day of August 2026.
Thank you. Correspondence, Northway Engineering, Structural Assessment Report, Antique Farm Equipment Shed, moved by Councillor Chutenko and seconded by Councillor Caputo. Any questions about the structural assessment report? None? No questions. All in favor?
Aye.
As information. Yes.
Be it resolved that Council hereby receives the structural assessment report prepared by Northway Engineering respecting the antique farm equipment shed.
And new business. Antique farm equipment shed, disposition of equipment and contents, moved by Councillor Christensen and seconded by Councillor Caputo. So, in light of the information that we have, we need to make a decision on what to do with the equipment and contents. Comments, questions?
I have given everybody a copy of this thing
Yes.
from Mike Reed. And Diane concurs with what he's had to say, as do I.
So are we saying that the contents that are there are to be maintained until we decide how to move forward with the building for future?
I think so, yes, because that, believe it or not, he's absolutely right. This is one of the best agricultural equipment museums in the province. And the other two are both in southern Ontario, and one of them is in Prince Edward County. And a guy has been up here at least, I know of 2 times, but I think it's 3 times, taking pictures of all this stuff that they don't have. And so, the thing is, once it's gone, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more.
Right.
It's the same as the mining museums and stuff like that.
For sure. So I'm in agreement. I was gonna say, I'm not in disagreement, that doesn't make sense. I'm in agreement. So we have to understand, so Mike is also saying that because there's some very large pieces in there as well that will not fit in a sea can.
That's right.
They can potentially stay outside for the winter, for the minimum 1 winter.
Yes, but
Um,
probably not the wooden stuff.
Sorry?
Maximum of 1 winter?
He's saying probably not more than 1 winter.
Yeah.
It most will be okay for 1 winter outside.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're absolutely right. Our winters can be harsh. Hopefully we don't have as harsh winters as we've had. We absolutely don't want to see the equipment be destroyed at all. It's been well taken care of until now. So Mike also, talks about a Quonset type structure or fabric building. We don't have it in the budget for this year, but I do think it is something that we need to talk about for future budget. So if we can take care of the contents this year with potentially a sea can, house the smaller items, keep those other large items outside for the winter, talk about what the building options are in the next budget.
Okay.
I mean,
Are there
that's-
heavy duty fabric ones?
There are, so Mike references a Calhoun building. There are buildings and dealers in town that have that, like, I don't know if you've ever been past Neil's Farm, they have
Yeah.
those big,
Oh,
Yeah.
those are the type of buildings he's talking about. So we'd have to get prices and see what the options are there. I do know they come in all sizes, so that's a possibility. Any other thoughts?
I didn't know until just this weekend, actually, that some construction sites use them temporarily and then sell them used, so that may be an option.
For sure. I mean, Daenerys has one too, right? Council Hospital?
Yeah, it's a full-time.
Huge one, but
Yeah, 120 feet.
yeah,
But a lot of them keep their equipment dry while they're building, and then when the building is up,
right.
they sell that thing, so.
Yeah, I mean, these are all options we can look at for future, and understand what that looks like. But I think for the immediate, we need to make sure we can get that equipment out safely, store it, and then we can look at what the building looks like for
Yeah.
the next budget.
The steel and iron pieces can go outside, and they'd have to be, the rust would have to come off them.
Right.
But that's already, he's refurbished already a manure spreader and a grader, I believe, so.
They're sitting outside already, right?
They've been sitting outside, but that the wheels actually move on
Yeah.
the manure spreader now, and it's mobile, so.
Does anybody have?
That was done by Mike.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any thoughts about that? Is that an agreeable plan?
Are we worried about any that won't fit in this again?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely equipment in there that is much larger than a sea can and will not fit in a sea can. We will have to put it outside, even if we have to tarp it. put a tarp
The
over it.
baler probably won't fit.
Yeah.
But it could be tarped easily, yes. I don't know, we're going back to Echo Bay now. Lonnie Hurley used to have a great big baler which he
Yep.
took from farm to farm, and he never had a barn for it,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Just, so,
I mean, it's farm equipment, right? Once
Yeah.
upon a time, it was good enough to be outside, but
yeah.
this is restored things and we don't wanna. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Does that make sense? Okay. You have what you need? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
How many, you keep referring to a CCAN?
Mhm.
A CCAN at how much money? And do we have the money for a $5,400 40-foot CCAN? And then, yes, it could be reused at another date. And I think that the other things can just be tarped and or shrink wrapped. They come and do that, and it's good for the winter, right? So again, I'm just a devil's advocate, and I've always been counselor worried about the money for the township. Not against the museum but in our next budget, like Mayor Mel said, that we can look into it for next annual. Maybe we have enough to pour another slab and maybe build something that's better and more structurally sound. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, we definitely, I agree with you, Councilor Twiddle. We definitely have to look at the costs and look at what our future budget allows, for sure, to see what those options are. And so that we can maintain that historical value.
I was just in the thought of, because what we hit the residents with this year, as far as a levy increase, that we would be able to look at something next year, but now we already started a list for next year to add on to spend. I mean, I'm just watching their money. It's their money, our constituents.
It's all of our money.
It's all of our money. We're all constituents,
Yeah, absolutely. No, I completely agree with you.
I didn't mean it that way.
No. I completely agree. And that's why I feel like a build this year is not realistic. We have to look at what the budget presents next year. Any other thoughts?
To his second point, the professional engineer's opinions on the structure. All 5 of the buildings were inspected just last year.
Yeah.
And they all passed, including the large equipment shed.
So what happened?
The weather,
It was
snow.
the
Well, it's not just the snow, it's the fact that the trees protected the backside. And the front side took the load, which meant that the weight was like this. And had it been more even, it probably wouldn't have been a problem. But Tellet did what they report, as they do every year, and they checked that out.
Yeah, and I don't know, I mean, nobody has a crystal ball to understand what kind of snow load we're gonna get, because that was the heaviest I've seen in many years, but I truly hope we don't see that again this year, but I think this is probably a good start to a path forward, and we'll have to see what the future holds. Any other thoughts?
The temporary bracing design that they want to allow for, just for the access to get things out, that'll brace the building, correct? Safely, but not for the upcoming winter.
No.
It would be nice if it was people using safety equipment too, though. That's the thing that scared me to death when I saw straw hats and no equipment whatsoever. Because we would be liable for anything that happened.
Absolutely, yes.
And Mayor, through you to our clerk, is Archibald Brothers ready up to go?
Yes.
They're all set, and ready to go. So they're just waiting for, and who's moving it out, if you don't mind me asking, Mayor? I'm sorry.
Public Works Supervisor.
Public Works Supervisor? And his labor, yeah?
Yes.
Anyone else?
Be it resolved that council hereby directs staff to retain all equipment and contents currently located within the antique farm equipment shed, relocate the larger equipments to the area behind the pavilion, and store the remaining smaller equipments and contents in a secure sea can pending future direction from council.
Thank you.
Recorded vote, please.
Yes, recorded vote, yes.
So before we do the record, I have one little question. If we're gonna removing this, is this gonna be restricted area and closed off? We don't want kids going and because of our insurance. I wanna make sure of that,
Yes,
please.
those little kids, yes, they.
No, I mean, you guys,
No, but they really like to go on that stuff.
But just want to know.
Yeah, the early on kids enjoy it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
And Senior Housing Project, District of Sault Ste. Marie Social Services Administration Board, moved by Councillor Caputo, seconded by Councillor Chutanko. So just a little bit of background. The CEO of the DSAB has approached me and asked if there is any viable land for them to pursue potentially a building of sorts. We don't know what that building will be just yet because we're looking at potential viable property for them to look at that would provide a solution to the senior home option that we've been talking about for a long time. I was pretty excited when he approached me and was interested in doing that. He did mention that the DSAB would take on all costs of like doing all the assessments, environmental assessments, all the other assessments that would go with it. So we are bringing it to council for basically approval for them to start investigating that.
I just want to mention that years ago, we set up a PALS committee
Yes.
to do this very thing.
Mhm.
And our first step was to try and get bus service out here.
Yeah.
Because they could take people to go swimming, but
Yeah,
they can't
yeah.
pick up anybody to go in for appointments and
Yeah.
stuff. But their plan was a 12-unit with a community room on one end and senior services room on the other.
Mhm.
Because we did a kind of a survey of the needs at the time,
Mhm.
and that was what people wanted.
Right.
So you might want to access PALS and some of the people that were on there, which were Anne Marie Wallanaeus and Mike Matthews and his wife and Hal McGonigal and myself. So,
Yeah.
because we actually visited homes like this on St. Joe Island and
Yep.
down the line to see what they were doing.
For sure. I know, absolutely, I agree with you. It's a very good source because you guys have already done a lot of legwork.
Yeah.
I think depending, if you can see in the package, there is a piece of land that we own. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's viable for that amount of
Yeah, I
land,
don't know
but
either. We were looking down near the airways up,
Yeah.
up Airport
Yeah.
Road a little bit.
So I think this is a really good first step.
Mhm.
But I agree with what you're saying. We'll
Mhm.
definitely look at all of the research you guys have already done.
Mhm.
And we will work closely with the DSAP as they continue to move forward, and they'll present whatever it is that
Oh, good.
they are planning or looking at. So, any other thoughts? Yeah.
To you, to Councilor Christensen, when was that, Mark?
The PALS committee?
What year was that in?
Ooh, 10 years ago, I guess.
So 10 years,
Around there.
2016?
Yeah, about that. And what they were looking for at the time was diabetic clinics with care. And what was the third thing? What the heck was it? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But those two things anyway.
Yep.
So something, just still through you, so something like this, was it all geared for Princetonians?
You can't limit it. It's just like the Finn home can't
So
limit to
something-
Finns. We can't limit to prints, but it would hopefully be mostly prints, people who want to stay in prints. There's actually a lot who have been here for years and do not want to move into the zoo.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
From myself, I just think it's a phenomenal idea on DSAP, and I would love to get involved in that with them. If, I know it's a long process, I see that they have a lot of discussion to do in that. I don't know if it'll be until next year, but, first and foremost, as a council, I think that we should all stand up and applaud that and them for bringing this forward and, reach out if we can to, help make this come to fruition.
Sounds good.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
agree.
Thank you for that. I definitely will pass along the feedback because
yes.
they're excited to work with us as well.
Is that Mr. Nadeau?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They're-
Yeah,
Yeah, they're excited to work with us as well. So I think it's a really good first step, like I say, to, maybe even other opportunities down the road.
absolutely. I mean, we've had, I don't know if I remember, Mayor, through you tonight, we've had 15 bills in Prince
Yeah.
in our beautiful little community. That's awesome. And this, because the youth are coming now and that's good. I'm really excited about this. And
Any other thoughts? Good. All right, all in favor?
I,
Thank you.
Be it resolved that council hereby supports the continued discussions with the District of Sault Ste. Marie Social Services Administration Board regarding the proposed senior housing project and authorizes staff to continue working with DSAP on the identified municipal property.
And Employment Solutions, Prince Library, moved by Councillor Tuchenko, seconded by Councillor Caputo. The Employment Solutions wants to work with our Township Library to bring services, employment assistance services for people to engage with them. So we just wanna have a
so they're gonna have one of their employees come here certain days at certain times.
Yep.
And open to everyone and anyone that wants to come and, look for kudos.
August 25th, right?
Yeah.
Just the one day.
One.
Oh,
Any other thoughts? All in favor?
Oh, it's great.
Be it resolved that council hereby supports Employment Solution delivering employment assistance services at the Prince Township Public Library and authorizes staff to coordinate the program with Employment Solutions.
Mayor, from you to Nick, the advertising, like we just got the newsletter. So now you're gonna, do a little campaign and advertise again, get it right out there for everybody? Awesome.
And confirming bylaw 2026-34, moved by Councillor Tuchenko, seconded by Councillor Caputo. All in favor?
Aye.
Be it resolved that bylaw 2026-34 being a bylaw to confirm proceedings of council up to and including August 4th, 2026, be given a first, second, and third reading, and finally passed this fourth day of August 2026.
And adjournment, moved by Councillor Tuchenko, seconded by Councillor Christensen. All in favor?
Aye.
Be it resolved that council hereby adjourns at 6:43 p.m. to meet again for the next regular meeting on Tuesday, September 8th, 2026 at 6 p.m. after the call of the meeting.
Thank you all very much.
Can I ask one more question?
I can't.